some ads. Alright, we are going live here. I am Ricky Rat. Joining me today is Wabbit in channel, and our pistol round is going to start here between Pure and CyberRev in this main playoff match. So starting off the pistol round, we're gonna do a quick roster rundown. Valence, or for Pure, pardon me. SND, I'm just being told right now, SND, you're gonna be my color guy today. How you doing, buddy?
Doing great. Doing great.
Alright, so starting off the pistol round here, I was gonna do a roster rundown. We'll save that for next round, as Valence is now gonna work his way into mid. Playing aggressively already on Cat. The bomb is gonna head towards B. And the first kill of the match is Fugly takes down Pure MSQ, as she is the first casualty of war for Pure. Returning the kill with Professor Chaos on Peter. The bomb still is in B tunnels. It's about to be pushed by Slemmy and D-Master. But D-Master taken out right away. And Mainline and Relics both combining for 2 kills there to open up B side. They're gonna run in, get the bomb planted. Professor Chaos is peeking window. He's gonna try and counter here. Peeking window, he doesn't see anything yet. Bomb hasn't been planted. Still at the window. But little do they know, behind them is Fugly in CT spawn, pushing through the smoke, trying to get a kill here. As Valence, walking into sight, manages to take out Relic, so a 2-on-2 now. With the CT sandwiched in outside B, they're going to force their way into B here. As Fugly's going to run it from mid into Cat. Mainline takes down one. Professor Chaos returning the kill, turning this into a 1-on-1. Fugly now, in B tunnels, walking out. Playing into the site. Professor Chaos in the back of sight on the bomb. Not going to stick it. Going to elect to fight Fugly here. Fugly now playing the big box. Moving in towards the site, still playing the big box. They're dancing around the big box now. Professor Chaos now with 21 HP, more HP than his enemy, and he does take him down, chasing him down with the USP. The first round here, it looks like after this defuse, will go to Pure.
Bomb has been defused. Yeah, kit buy for the win right there, I think. Yeah, that was great to make sure they had a kit. Webbit, how do you feel about playing aggressive, you know, like Slimmy was doing in B, trying to push up and get the spot? I mean, it kind of opened him up for a push in B side.
Yeah, well, I noticed they did that kind of mid-round there. I think they wanted to get some information. They saw, you know, CyberRev got the entry pick at long there, so Pure, they didn't want to bite too hard on the fade. They needed the information to know whether or not to rotate, so they decided to do a little walk push there, but it didn't really pay off for them as they got entry.
So starting off our second round here, 4 Famouses now for Pure, as the Terrors are going to all run out mid to B. So a perfect take as they split the D. And now our number 5 and 4 players, Slemmy and D-Master, have to retake B from the tunnel. With 2 Famouses. Bomb looks like it's gonna go down as Relic takes down D-Master. D-Master going down with the pistol headshot. And now Slemmy sitting in tunnels with the Famous gets taken down. Pistol of Peter. And Relics taken down by a touchdown grenade from Professor Chaos. Connor with another kill on his own on CZ. So two remaining CTs outside, fighting against the now picked up guns of the terrorists. MSQ is gonna try and work her way through the window, but she is taken down. Fugly now with a kill of his own. Moving into the site here, 1-on-1. Valence just gonna stick the bomb back to site and pray to God that Peter is having none of that. He walks into site with that Famous and takes the next round. So, a anti-eco for the Terrors to start things off 1-1.
Yeah, I almost feel like saying the word eco in CSGO is wrong. You know, back in the day when you didn't have money and you had pistols, you were done. In CSGO, you always has a chance. I'm sure Wabbit can contest for many rounds of eco wins and losses.
Yeah, it's super strong in this game as you saw there. They didn't even have armor, so good job by CRev.
Now a fast cat here. 2 terrorists, or pardon me, 3 terrorists even with their way from cat, to try and fight off 5 AKs versus the 5 pocket AKs, the CZ of the CT side. So 3 on cat, 1 on A for Pier, and 1 in B. Mid is totally open for the T's as they're just feeling out the rest of the site, looking for a push. Mainline waiting in spawn, and his teammates now just hanging outside long, top mid area. Gonna slowly walk into A hall here. Let's see what they can find. Relics is about to peek out long. He's not going to see anything, as the CZs are all condensed. Pretty much 90% of their team is condensed into the cat area. So they're doing a tower of power here with the CZs on cat right around the wall. Professor Chaos gonna hang out by quad box. Peek long is gonna see 5 terrorists in just a minute crossing long here. They know that they may be thinking a stack. That's a cross long. They don't see anyone yet. The smokes are gonna go down. Smokes are gonna go cat. Peter gonna plant the bomb on the X inside at A. So the bomb is down now. D-Master going to rotate from cat and on A. Mainline taken down by the AK of Professor Chaos. Moving on to cat to clean up that kill. The smoke goes down at cat, so already they created a wall for themselves, the terrorists, as they move into sight. So a good call there to save those smokes and use them at cat. As now we're just looking for exit kills here, I think, from the CTs. SMD, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's, I mean, you almost got to play a little slow and just be careful of those CZs, you know? I mean, I think saving the CZs is good here because next round they're still broke. I mean, what do you think, Wabbit? I mean, CZ's a pretty powerful gun right now.
Yeah, it's a powerful gun. There wouldn't really be any point trying to retake there. I mean, they could have gone for exits, but yeah, it's good to just save it for the next round, see if they can make something happen here.
Yeah, holding that angle is just sick.
I'm going to give a quick roster rundown here going into this next round. As it's another save for the CTs. Professor Chaos, playing for Pure is Professor Chaos, Valens, D-Master, MSQ, and Slemmy. And playing for CyberRev is Mainline, Peter, Relics, Fugly, and Connor 93. As there's going to be one CT playing with this round. And already the first kill goes on as Mainline takes down Valon at long. And he's going to move up, try and carry this momentum as the right side, Professor Chaos goes down. This takes down Connor with the CZ, and Mainline quickly cleans him up in return. So 4 terrorists with AKs and armor and helmets all remaining in long. 3 CZs of the CT still remain. Slemmy gonna bait MSQ there and manages to take him out. So a good trade as he does pick up an AK out of the mid. Now in mid, the terrorists are rotating around in the mid. And Peter taking down Slemmy with the AK headshot. So no luck for him as D-Master is the last remaining CT versus 3 terrorists. 2 of the terrorists, however, are sitting at 40 HP. Peter sitting at 100. But it makes no difference as Peter walks through double doors. And D-Master goes down to him 3-1 now for CyberRevolution CSGO. So moving into our 4th round now. The op is finally our first op of Peter is coming out, and Peter's op is no effing joke. Professor Chaos, neither is his. Rabbit, do you know anything about either of their ops?
I know lots about Peter's op. His op is really good on this map. I've been on the receiving end of it a couple times, so definitely watch out for PTR to do some work here.
And to start off this round, Professor Chaos, kind of an odd play. He's pushing cat with the up. He doesn't find anything though. No kills yet. The equipment value almost dead even. 25k to 27k. And it looks like the terrorists are just gonna feel out mid here. Maybe they're gonna take cat as the mainline. It looks like mainline is gonna flash his teammates up cat. There is almost no presence at long for the terrorists as Relic is just hanging out outside A hall. Mainline hanging out in lower, and finally Fugly picking off Valens. MSQ returning on a Fugly, so a 4-on-4 now. The bomb still hasn't committed to any site as Peter's holding onto it with the op in mid. They still have yet to decide as 2 CTs remain at B and 2 in long A. And 3 terrorists now working in mid around the cat area. Mainline working his way towards B. He's gonna see one at the back of B plat. Not pick him, not do any damage. However, he does take about 27 points of damage himself. The bomb is going to work its way up into lower and pushing B now with his pants down. Slemmy caught Mainline, but Mainline managing to get the AK out and the headshot. And now it looks like the terrorists are going to work out mid to B and B. So a beautifully executed mid take here around the flank from CyberRev, but it's not going to matter as D-Master takes down 2. Temporarily halting the terrorists moving to B. Mainline now, getting a kill from tunnels. He's going to move in with the bomb. Try and get the bomb down here now. It is a 2-on-2 as both CTs are outside B. Mainline planning safe. MSQ is going to run out window along with her teammate. Not going to happen. Not going to matter. As in the back of sight, MSQ does drop. Professor Chaos goes down, so now it's MSQ in a 1v1 battle with Peter. Peter playing in tunnel. MSQ is just going to try and stick it. Peter almost bought it. He runs in, but MSQ, she turns around with a quick headshot on a Peter, and now Peter back on the board, 3-2.
Yeah, it was a good retake by Pure there. If it wasn't for D-Master getting those 2 entries, holding down the B site, that round pretty much wouldn't have been winnable for Pure, but because he got those 2 frags, he gave his team a chance, and it turned out to work.
So, great fragging there from D-Master, holding the site, getting a double kill before he dies now. And the money is starting to look better for the CTs, as they do have a full buy setup again. Professor Chaos still using that op. Peter still holding the op for his team, as the bomb is going to work out its way long. And in B, mainline, trying to get a pick. He's going to see the 5 and 4 players, Slemmy and D-Master, partnered up at B. Doesn't get any of them. The bomb has worked its way out long. There are now 4 long. No CT resistance in long, as they are collectively on Cat. Both of them. 2 playing mid now, Professor Chaos and Slemmy, both playing mid. Long is totally open here, as mainline is the only terrorist in mid to contest against them. He has to fight against 2 CTs mid and 2 Cat. He's just going to make his presence felt there. As the other CT, D-Master, is hiding in the back of B. He's going to be a non-factor here for the time being, as 4 Ts now are walking their way up long. Smoke goes down for the cross. Professor Chaos isn't going to see anything through the cross. Didn't look like it hit anyone either, so A has been taken now. And the CTs realizing this are rotating into mid, and they're going to quickly find mainline, hiding behind Xbox. Mainline wasn't get any. Mainline gets 1, mainline gets 2 with the AK, so it's good rotation frag there. Mainline is finally taken down by Valens. So now that just leaves MSQ, D-Master, and Valens, and it looks like they're going to elect to save here instead of the retake. So what really went wrong there, Rabbit, for the CTs?
Well, they played a heavy B setup. They kind of gave up long there. If they got that frag onto mainline, like, they definitely could have gone for the retake, but for whatever reason, they didn't check that box there, and he was able to pick up 2, so the retake wasn't really possible. It's better to just save the weapons here and try again next round.
So 4-2 now for CyberRevolution, as MSQ actually takes down Connor at the end of the round there with the Colt. So Connor still sitting on 6,600, so he will buy. He is sitting at 1 and 5 right now. And we'll see what the CTs do this round. Pardon me, I was quickly distracted. MSQ opening things up. Professor Chaos with the double kill of his own. That looked like a 2 kills, 1 shot. Was that? Sorry, I missed it. Peter,
I don't know,
getting
my auto director didn't go there.
Yeah, I didn't mind it either. Peter getting a kill of his own now, a 3-on-2. Slemmy, however, holding on to that pocket AK, as I call it, the CZ, running through spawn, trying to look for someone from behind. And Peter and Relics, both the remaining terrorists, looks like Pure is going to get another round here. Everything goes to spec. However, Relics takes down Professor Chaos on Cat. He's going to move into A. The bomb is down long. Quickly picked up by Peter. Peter's going to try and smoke the cross. No, he does not have a smoke. He's just going to cross right now. And oh, he does have a smoke. He's going to use a Cat. Pardon me, planning on the X is Peter. As both CTs now have to retake. D-Master on Cat. And in long is Slemmy with an op, trying to ping down the T's. However, he has to contest against 2 AKs, one of Relics and Peter, but it matters not, as D-Master and Slemmy are both simultaneously taken down. One at Cat, one at long. 5-2 now for CyberRevolution. SMD, a comment?
Yeah, I'm not sure why Relics didn't try to at least push. I mean, it worked out, but I was a little worried about him just hanging A ramp against, the op there of, I think it was Slemmy, wasn't it? So.
Alright, so starting our round number 8 here. Terrorists, it looks like 3 are going to be picking doors there through that smoke. They're not going to find any damage, I believe. Pure Master taking 13, or D-Master taking 13 points of damage. The bomb is hanging out in spawn. Fugly now waiting outside long to see if anything pushes. As there are 2 CTs in long, playing up close, Valens and MSQ. She is sitting at 6 and 4. Arguably one of Counter-Strike's best female players right now in North America. As in mid, Professor Chaos is gonna he's gonna hear one Cat. And he's gonna call that. There are still 2 CTs long, as I mentioned before. Looking to pick off Relics here as they walk out long. They haven't seen anything. Relics is gonna flash out. He heard a footstep. And Valens walks in with the CZ and just dominates mainline. As mainline goes down, dropping that AK, but it matters not as Relic turns on the Valens. With MSQ with a kill of her own with the CZ now. She picks up an AK. And Connor's about to walk into 3 CTs through these double doors. No, he looks Nazi, that was so very close. He looks away at the wrong time. Picks up 1. He picks up Professor Chaos. D-Master, however, comes in to clean that up. A 2-on-3 now in favor of the holding onto an AK. D-Master holding onto an AK of his own. Slemmy now just with the pistol. The T's are holding onto an op and an AK. Just holding onto that, for dear life, holding onto that A-plat. Peter's gonna find one op frag. His op is no joke. Peter finding another one. MSQ and Fugly getting a 1-tap of his own to end that round in style. 6-2 for CyberRevolution.
Yeah, at this point, it doesn't seem like Pure's able to do anything today as far as a hold goes, and it's just a bunch of retakes. So, I mean, Wabbit, what would you do, you know, your team anyway, that recently won main? I mean, what would you guys do to try to counteract what they're doing today?
Yeah, I guess, like, we gotta see here. It was an eco round. It was winnable, though, since it was a 3v2, but that's the power of Peter's op right there. You can just win rounds like that. If he hits those shots, the round's yours. So we'll see what they do here on this guy.
And it looks like they're going to force their way into B here, as all the terrorists are making their way into B. It's save for 1. They manage to get 1. Connor takes down Slemmy. Mainline taking it down to kill his own. Peter with that op. Getting a straggler, looks like. So already a rough start to the round for the CTs, as it is already a 5-on-2. And Valens now just sitting at 36 HP. I don't see them trying to retake during this round. So outside B is Valens, looking for a kill. He does find 1 with the Famous, however, Relics returns onto him. MSQ getting a kill of her own and lower. So a 3-on-1 now, but Peter still picking mid from T-spawn, ends the round. After the bomb went down, 7-2 now for CyberRevolution.
Yeah, Wabbit, when you're starting against a good, you know, solid team, obviously these guys are well matched, being, you know, top 8 in main, but when you're starting against a team like this, you know, what makes you comfortable going into T round at CT? How many rounds do you have to actually get to feel like, hey, we got a shot? I mean,
I guess it's based a lot off practice. Like, I know my team, for example, especially the roster that won main, our stronger side was CT. We would be able to rack up like 9 rounds CT, and like we'd be good. We would struggle a lot more on T. I don't know why, but I mean,
so if you
it all
guys didn't
depends
have
on the team.
at least 7-8 rounds, you kind of felt a little uneasy as a counter-terrorist going into the T side.
We did and we didn't. At the same time, like, we knew it's a T-sided map, so it's always possible to rack up those 11, 12 rounds you need on T-side. So it definitely is one of our stronger maps, in a sense.
Pardon me,
But I think, yeah, for Pure to win this, they want to get like around at least 5 rounds, I'd say.
Pardon me, my internet just lagged out a little bit there, but to start off this eco round, let me continue. The bomb is going to go down in B. There are 2 CTs left. Valens actually getting a AK of his for himself. He's going to donate that to Slemmy. Slemmy is going to fall back to A and try to save it. So, I mean, really, there wasn't much to say about that eco round.
No, I mean, they've gotten 2 kills so far, which is, you know, 2 kills, a couple guns. That's certainly a win, I think, in my book, in terms of an eco.
So going into round 11 now, it is going to be 8-2. Joining me today is Wabbit from NGE in Invite and SND, my new friend, as I am Ricky Rath, your host today, and this is Go RGN's continuing coverage of ESEA main playoffs. Gentlemen, how are you doing today yet again?
Doing wonderful.
See, that's what I like to hear. See, you're a positive guy. I like that.
I'm always positive.
That's how you play Counter-Strike. Alright, so finally, we see another buy round here from the CTs, as they are going to have a mixture of weapons, some AKs, some Colts, and some Ops. Just AKs and 1 op. We haven't seen a double op this map, as we have been seeing in some matches. This is main, folks. This is serious business. As 2 CTs are going to move into B, they're going to be met with some resistance here, as through the smoke. Oh, pardon me, elsewhere on the map, going down is Valens and Slemmy. Going down. Valens picking up a kill on the car though. However, making this a 4-on-3. Now a 3-on-3. D-Master takes down Fugly. Mainline taking down D-Master now as the T's move into sight. They have taken it. There are 2 remaining CTs. Professor Chaos, no joke, getting an op through the smoke into B from CT spawn. He's going to move up with his partner MSQ as they are going to make their way into B here. Try and retake as a 2-on-2 battle is about to commence now. Helmets and armor for both CTs and T's. Even saying how Relics is going to take down MSQ as she has no luck going into that window, and Peter with an op shot on Professor Chaos from tunnels into window ends this round, closing it out. 9-2 now for CyberRevolution. What can Pure do to get back into this?
feel like they need to, somebody needs to step up and start multi-fragging. When frag goes to take, CyberRev's taking a site, they're getting 1 kill, maybe 2, but it's a 2-for-2 trade, and trades always work out in favor of the terrorists. That's just how it works. So if you look at the score line, 9-8-7-6, somebody's got to step up, or it's just going to be a long road. I would think Webb agrees to that
yeah,
theory.
definitely agree.
And now
They can
causing a
maybe try
traffic
to-
jam are the terrorists here, moving into B. D-Master taking down 2 though. The terrorists work their way into sight. D-Master with a 3rd. D-Master looking for his 4th. He doesn't find his relic, takes him down now. The smoke is going to go down at door. There are 3 CTs left and 2 Ts. Relics and Peter again, but Peter's op is no joke, folks. Watch out for it. The bomb is down in B site. There are 2 CTs outside B. MSQ looking to lurk around into B tunnel. Peter kind of playing for it, half playing for it in tunnel. That will be an op versus a Colt, as MSQ isn't working up any farther. She's just looking for some sort of flank, which she will not find. She is electing not to move up. So the bomb is going to go down, or get picked up, and it's going to try and be planted. It's Peter now. Throws a flash, picks off 1, throws a flash outside. As now it is a 1v1 outside B, but to no avail as Valen takes him down. Finally, Pure getting back on the board. This half could still be salvageable.
Yeah, and there it was, the 3K D-Master. Exactly what we called for. That leaves you with a 3-2 advantage CT. Now the terrorists can't be aggressive like they were, in the other retakes or the other takes, a 3v3, 4v3 situation. So, pretty much set it up, exactly what we called for.
And almost, as I called it, the double op coming out now from the CTs as Professor Chaos and not MSQ, pardon me. Sorry, I'm seeing things. That's a famous on op. She's just, I'm stupid. Anyway,
Community off.
Yes, thank you. And D-Master now combining with Slemmy, the 4 and 5 players to take down the oncoming terrorists into B. Connor finally putting down Slemmy as D-Master returns onto him, already making this 4-on-1. So a furious start to that rushing round as the bomb is down, placed perfectly at the top of the B tunnel there.
Yeah, we called for somebody to step up. D-Master said, here I am, let's play. 2 3Ks in a row, I think, now, so.
And D-Master's had some great multi-kills, some very important kills for his team this half, and just holding down B to great effect.
Yeah, he's had a lot of crucial frags that have put his team in situations where they can win the round, so good job by him.
So, Peter, our last remaining terrorist here, I mean, he is, like I was saying earlier, he is no joke, as he's holding on to that pretty op Asimov, peeking into B. However, close left is D-Master, hearing him. Peter's just gonna try and nade and smoke him out, throw the kitchen sink at him up there, and it does bait him out. Peter tries to get him, misses the off frag, but from behind, Professor Chaos spams into B tunnels, killing his teammate D-Master, allowing Peter to pick up the bomb and head lower. However, Valence is there on the flank, so a bit of comedy there, as this game moves into our 14th round.
Yeah, Chaos was going for the 3K himself. He got tired of seeing D-Master kill everyone, so gotta do what you gotta do, I guess, huh?
There you have it. Round number 14, the second last round during this half. Another op for Professor Chaos, or as he holds onto it from last round. Peter still holding onto that op, gets knifed at spawn. That's always fun from your teammate. Peter going for the quick pick long. He's not going to see anything. Bomb's hanging out still at T-spawn, top mid, long A area. They're just holding on to that kind of T courtyard, if you will, area. It's working in lower, it's mainline. He's not going to see any CT pushes. Professor Chaos getting the opening kill of the round there. Big frag. On to Peter. Peter, one of their all-stars and longest living players this half. Right now. So a good pickup for him as Professor Chaos moves long, gets relic, picks up another one. Picks up a 3rd. Professor Chaos playing out of his mind right now and opping long right now. Incredible play from him so far as MSQ gets another kill of her own, leaving only 1 terrorist, and that is mainline. Now at lower B, the bomb is down at top mid terrorist side. He's gonna try and find MSQ on Cat. She's gonna not peek him as she's taken down to 19 HP. He's gonna try and peek out from lower and see something. Her teammates now are there in support, and there is Valence and Professor Chaos. Professor Chaos getting a 4 kill that round, so a big round for Professor Chaos here.
Yeah, I think everyone kind of listened to what we said there, Wabbit, as far as the multi-kills. Seems like since we said that, there's been one player out of Pure to step up and get at least 2 frags, and you almost got to have that on CT side does too, otherwise you're just going to get ran over.
Yeah, it's what they needed, and now it's really anyone's match. They got those 5 rounds. If they get the 6th, they'll be in a good position to get the W.
Yeah, I think most teams' goal is about 5 on CT, you know.
And a force fight here coming from the terrace as they try and muscle their way down mid. No kills exchanged yet. Peter holding on to just a pistol, along with Connor holding on to a CZ of his own. D-Master now playing in B. They're trying to do a split up mid into B. It's not working as D-Master and Professor Chaos, everyone on the floor can find and get a kill of their own to end the first half. And yes, like we said, it was salvageable, and yes, they did salvage it, as we do have our first Go TV crash. What did you guys think of that?
The crash was amazing. I really enjoyed
incredible.
it.
I hope we get that on
straight
VOD.
to my desktop and just left me in the middle of nowhere.
So it looked like some disjointed play there from Frag there, or CyberRev I should say, just trying to muscle their way through mid. It didn't work. They had guns. Well, a 4-spot. I mean, could the momentum is also important going into the second half here. So really, I mean, do you think that this could be a tie after the pistol round?
Definitely. I think Sierra, they tried to mix in a few aggressive random kind of rush strats, and it worked in the beginning. I know they rushed B one round, it totally caught Pure off guard. And then they tried to throw it in like a couple more times, and Pure seemed to be able to defend the site, get the early picks, and they were able to pick up a few more rounds.
And a big part of that round now, as I was watching, was the fact that the smoke didn't cover CT spawn. So the op and I think the rifle of one of the other CTs just had pure, like, just great access. Pure access, as you would. Looking out and being ramp.
Yeah, I don't know, how Pure works. I don't know if they're all deathmatching before. Some of them might work up until match time. I know that's kind of real life gets in the way of a lot of these guys, but it looked to me like it was just literally. I think Pure was the better team this whole half. They just literally, had to make that extra shot, get that extra kill, and do the trading that you're supposed to do in this game. And once they started doing that, they put 6 out of 7 rounds away. So it's they look warmed up, lots of nice shots. It's going to be pistol's going to be huge, I think, on this side.
So we're almost moving into the second half here. I am Ricky Rath. Joining me today is Wabbit and SND. Wabbit, a fellow Vancouverite, along with myself. Well, I'm just outside. And I want to give a shout out in chat to Hades, also from Abbotsford, repping that A-town. And pretty much starting our second half here. Do we have predictions for the first round?
Yeah, if anybody wants to make a little side wager here of I don't know. I think we still support a little red coin and whatnot. If you got red coin, you can bet a little red coin in the chat. But certainly, we want to see some predictions. I think Pure is going to step up. I think it's going to end up being a close game, like a 16-13. But I think Pure is going to pull away.
Yeah, I think Cyber will take it. Although I just want to see Pure win, just because they're more of the underdog. I like to see Valens win.
Yeah,
I like to see Valens win. He's a good guy.
Between Bree, Valens, Slimmy's a great guy actually too. I mean, he kind of caught a lot of flack there early in the career, but I think he's kind of proven himself as an all-around pretty decent guy. So,
all right, now starting off our second half here, the score for CyberRevolution. First round will commence. The bomb is going to head towards B. The bomb being held by MSQ. MassQ, I'm not sure how she changed her name, but it was MSQ a month ago, so she's MSQ for now. As 3 terrorists are going to be playing on Cat. Nope. Make that 2 now as Peter falls back to watch long with a 5 and 4 player. Mainline and Fugly. Now just waiting on Cat as the terrorists are just walking their way through mid. They haven't really made a peep yet. The CT's a little hesitant to peek. It looks like they're calling mid. They aren't gonna make their way out as one flank. As the terrorists all move out mid, one in flank is Valens. Valens is gonna immediately get one USP, pardon me, by Fugly to start off this round. Relics picking up another kill of his own. Relics with another one. Slemmy and MSQ though returning onto them. Connor and Relics go down now. This is a 3-on-2 as 2 terrorists remain. There is a slimmer of hope here alive for MSQ. She has to cross the door without getting picked. She does. She can plant the bomb now. Her one teammate inside, Slemmy, trying to cover her as she plants. Up close on the window is Peter, just waiting for the beeps of the bomb, and he is going to blast his way through that window, hopefully. And there it is, as Peter now jumping through a window, making a lot of noise, causing MSQ to stop planting. However, her teammate is taken down. She does take down one in return. MSQ taking down another one, but she runs out of ammo as Fugly comes in what was at the end a 1v1, cleaning up MSQ there. 10-6 now for CyberRevolution.
Yeah, I was actually expecting the clutch there. I've seen it several times now at SoCal LAN 1 and 2. So actually a great player, and I think only going to get better is MSQ. So
right you are. Moving into round number 2 of the second half here in ESEA main. The bomb is going to be hanging out at top mid. doesn't look like there is an immediate rush here. They're gonna work nades. They're gonna work nades mid and try and feel things out as Peter, with the Famous, is actually hiding on the Xbox. Mainline though, meaning 1, 2, 3, mainline getting 4. MSQ, the last remaining terrorist, is just quickly dispatched by Peter as a huge cat hold there. The cost of 1 Famous for 4 kills that round. Mainline with a big multi-kill.
Yeah, you love to get those anti-eco frags. Definitely pad those playoff stats.
Oh, for sure. Nothing's more fun than shooting unarmored targets running at you with like, headless chickens with pistols out.
That looked like a blast.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams, and Webbit, I'm sure you can test early on in your guys' career even as a team, but a lot of teams take for granted not losing anyone on that second round or that third round, you know, like what it really means for the, you know, the rest of the half.
Oh yeah,
economy-wise.
Yeah, one person dies and there goes like 4K equipment.
Yeah, it can literally mean a save or a buy at round, you know, 28.
Yeah.
So starting off this eco, the only terrorist to get a kill so far is MSQ in long with the CZ, of course the CZ. As Peter gets a CZ kill of his own from the CTs, Valens getting a pistol kill. Making this a 3-on-1, Valens at 12 HP, bleeding internally. Goes down to the Famous of Connor, pardon me. 12-6 now for CyberRevolution. Pierre really has to get on the board this half, as the first gun round will be this one.
Yeah, Pure definitely needs this round right here. I mean, if you go down 13-6 and you're gonna now you're 14-6, gonna be tough against these guys. I mean, you got a lot of fraggers on CyberRev.
Perhaps if we'd seen a bomb plant in one of those first few rounds, more bomb plants, that we would have had an op now. But there are 5 AKs for the T's as they are feeling out the map. It looks like the action is heading towards A now as grenades are exchanged back and forth on Cat. 3 terrorists on Cat, 1 in lower still, looking for the lurk. That is MSQ, playing top mid now. Is Slemmy trying to get a pick through the door. He is not going to find... Yes, he does. Professor Kale finds himself through the door now. So a 5-on-4 to start things off here. 4 CTs remain. Peter holding onto that op still in mid. Now playing B is not going to see anyone as the bomb still is on Cat with 3 terrorist teammates. And in lower, MSQ still remains, and Slemmy back outside A-Hall playing top mid. So just as things were before the firefight started, they remain now. As Connor sitting in spawn with Fugly, both looking for a long and mid push. They are thinking it might be a mid to B here. It looks like that's what they are trying to counter. However, Fugly's going to work his way up A ramp as the bomb is going to peek its way out. He hides in the cubby. Doesn't manage to find a kill. Professor Chaos picks up 2 AK headshots of his own. So great entry frags there from Professor Chaos. Showing great poise, moving inside. Connor's going to run through doors and run into the AK of MSQ. So now we have Peter holding on to his op in a 5v1. He is just going to find a nice place to hide away.
Yeah, they needed this round right here. I mean, after basically killing no one for the first 3 rounds, which was going to put them in a bad situation here, they really needed this round. You know, and then to not lose anyone. It'd be nice to get PTR's off out of his hands, but which they're certainly going to give a good attempt here.
That's a good confidence booster, especially for this first gun round. You know that, balls.
And Peter meeting the unkind fate of 5 terrorists rushing him with AKs and B hulls. So a rough end of the round for him. But Pure, yes, that much needed round. They finally get it 12-7. There is a glimmer of hope, a light at the end of the tunnel. As they are forced to eco now. The pistols come out. The CZs, not ever to be underestimated as the 5 AK setup of the terrorists remain. The bomb is headed towards A.
I was just going to talk about that. Them rush, you know, I know it's an eco, but, you know, Wabbit, do you typically, I mean, if you know a guy's got an off and he's trying to save, there's really no reason why you're not going to try to take that off out of his hands, right? I mean...
Yeah, unless, like, the situation is really super low on money and they got a bunch of money and there's no point chasing them. But all 5 of them were alive, and that was the first gun round, so definitely go for the chase there.
Yeah, knowing you're even money, you pretty much want to chase that down every time.
Yeah,
so.
Especially because like one op can win them the round, especially on CT. I mean, you float that thing different spots, get a couple early picks, and just like that, the round's in the CT's favor, even though they only have 1 op on their side and the rest are equaling.
So a short round 5 now for the terrorist, as going to round 6, the equipment value back to around even 24,000, 26,000. Valens is going to be working long. The bomb is, however, headed towards B on MSQ. And it looks like they're playing Connor in mid with the Colt. The Rifle of Relics playing up close in B Hall. He's not going to see anything to start off. There is a smoke down blocking vision. That's the number 5 and 4 players on the CTs, Fugly and Mainline. As we've seen this setup before, are combining to play on Cat. Some spams go down. The Molly's going to go through B Hall as Slemmy. Going to huck one of those Russian specialties down there. And the bomb is perhaps going to fall off or just hang out. Still looking for picks now. Cat has not pushed. They have not fallen off. They are still on Cat. And that is Mainline and Fugly. The center of attention now on Cat. The first kill of the round goes to Fugly as he turns around, gets D-Master on Cat. So a good spot for him and an excellent peek. The bomb's still outside B. That's MSQ. She's going to throw it down. She's going to try to. She picked it up again. In mid now, Slemmy and Fugly both getting kills of their own. Peter getting one onto Slemmy. Slemmy now sitting at 15 deaths, but elsewhere in B, Connor taking down MSQ on that lurk. The bomb is down in B. Valens now the last remaining terrorist moving out courtyard, looking spawn. He's going to try and find Peter, who's playing that spawn box right up to his right. Can't see him as he has not peeked. Valens now back to back with Peter on the other side of his box. Valens, however, runs around the corner and picks up Peter, so a good peek from Valens as he runs in through spawn to make this a 2-on-1. Fugly is very low on HP. There are 9 seconds left. So, all for naught as Valens is going to hold on to his AK and run back, as this is going to be 13 now. 13 rounds for CyberRevolution, 8 for Pure.
Yeah, you could analyze that round, but one thing I'm sitting here thinking about is the difference in economy between the the M4, A4, and the S. Wabbit, is your team? Are you guys more? I see they're split. Pure is, but are you guys more towards the silenced or the more expensive 30 bullet?
Yeah, no, people just use whatever they're comfortable with. It's whatever. I'm always switching. I'm indecisive.
Oh, so you're like me. You're switching back and forth.
Yeah,
and not
like, what can I do to make
okay.
myself better?
Yeah.
Maybe a new, different M4 will work.
And our first kill of the round starts as Valen and Professor combine to take out Fugly, who push Cat. There is one CT lower as the terrorists are fighting in mid now, top mid. As the CTs are pushed around B, they're going to run through the back of spawn here. That is Connor and Relics. Looking for a kill from behind. As the terrorists take the bomb long, and they work up 3 long, 2 Cat. And the CTs have run around full circle on the terrorist now. Connor looking to walk through long. He may catch the terrorist totally unprepared as Slemmy takes down Mainline now with an 8, and already causing this to be a 5-on-3. But from behind comes Connor with the AK, picking up one. Connor can find another one. No, Relic's coming to support in long. Yes, finding him. Peter with a frag of his own with the rifle. But however, Valen's now at 9 HP. He's going to run on Cat as the CTs flank around from long. The last remaining terrorist now is Valens on Cat in that smoke. He's going to stick the bomb. Another smoke goes down as Connor takes down Pure Valens as he runs out on Cat. 9 HP, but a headshot to add insult to injury there. And now Pure getting themselves back on the board here. 14-8, still in this game.
Yeah, that was a good fight by
those rounds.
CyberRev.
Yeah, you pretty much got it's pretty much a win situation. Must win anyway for Pure. I mean, you lose this, you're forcing at match point, so it's kind of a tough place to be there.
The equipment value are just around even still, as the 5AK setup continues for the terrorist side. A P90 for Fugly on CT side. Who doesn't love a P90 now and then? As the bomb is hanging out at top mid, there are two terrorists in lower for Pure, as they are working around trying to find any sort of misplay or push. But it doesn't look like they're going to see one, as in long, 3 CTs now, but 1 as Fugly is left there by his teammates to just hold on to long. Pardon me, I believe my internet just skipped right there. Mainline and Peter still playing A, along with Fugly. Terrorists look in mid. The CTs have given up mid. Terrorists may be working their way out mid here. There is one, that is Peter, playing on the box. He has boosted himself onto the box in CT. Peter trying to look over that smoke, so a cute play from Peter's Relics finds the opening frag of the round now. On the D-Master, 5-on-4 now for CTs. And on the box is Peter with 1. Peter looking for his second kill. Yes, does find it with the pistol. No, sorry, that is Connor stealing that from and Mainline, getting on a Valens there. So pretty much everything melts down there at once on the map.
Yeah, I think, all I can say is C-Rev's kind of made a little statement. Even though Pure was lower seed than them, I kind of felt like Pure had a little bit of advantage, but since the addition of Fugly, Schaefer sat down, I guess, and the teams really came together. I think is lot of practice, so you can tell. So.
And a ghetto buy now from the Terraces. They are in their last round here. Hanging on for dear life in this match. Fugly still holding on that P90, but 4 AKs for the CTs. Yes, you heard it, AKs for the CTs, 4 of them. They run out mid to B and try and hold this off. Connor getting 1. Connor looking for a second. No, Peter gets. Connor gets 1 more, but Valens takes him down. And a 4-on-2 now as Valens is going to run into B. There is 1 CT remaining at the back of B, and yes, he does go down to Valens, so Valens can try and plant the bomb. Professor Chaos hanging out at back plat with the AK. Fugly now with the entry, looking for the entry kill with the P90, jumps on a plat, yes, finds 1 and elsewhere. Peter picks up Valens to end this match. 16-8 for CyberRevolution.
Yeah, Wabbit, I mean, I don't know about you. I didn't see a whole lot other than just getting outplayed as far as aim-wise. You know, I didn't see anything bad on either team as far as strategy. It seemed like everybody was playing pretty much right, just not making the shots on Pure side.
Yeah, I mean, Pure had a good CT, and they definitely had a chance to win this match. Their T side struggled, though. I found that they weren't getting trades when they could have. There was a couple rounds there where they went out middle, or maybe it was just 1 round, I remember. But they went out mid, they didn't have a smoke for CT, and they got the entry on the first guy's CT, but then, you know, the bomb was spotted, and 2 more guys came through CT, and the CTs killed the Ts, because there was no smoke CT.
Absolutely. I would like to take this time, guys, while everybody's still here. I know we're going to go right into another match, I believe, Mythic versus Nice fucking Shirt. So, but I would like to take this time to thank LP Kane. If you guys notice, we are actually on the What to Watch now as a featured stream, and that was courtesy of him, and hopefully something that we can continue to help support those guys. They can help support us. They're at ESEA TV. And kind of work together. You know, we're not, just because we're doing what they're doing and they're doing what we're doing, we're certainly not enemies or trying to work against each other. We're trying to give you guys the most bang for your buck, as many matches as we can, and you know, those guys are great. So I just want to give him a shout out and tell him we appreciate what he's done for us. So